Welcome in. Tonight we're going to be continuing our spoopy builds that we had started last stream, a little off center. That's about all the news that's fit to print. So this is also the first time I'm attempting to do a multi-stream between YouTube and Twitch. Waiting for the confirmation that YouTube sees it. Looks like there is definitely, assuming that this is accurate, a little bit of a delay. Oh, wow. It's still got 30 seconds left. How long are we in? Well, I can figure out what I switched over now. Maybe a minute delay on YouTube. I don't know if that's something I can control. But let's see if this phone switches over, which will do any second. So I just found out that Twitch had approved multi-stream. I haven't been streaming much, and I guess that they announced that at TwitchCon. So I'm happy to include YouTube in this. I think it's just going to be a question of how easy is it to navigate the chat stuff. I've thought about a couple reasons why it's definitely going to be a pain in the butt for me to have to manage the two different chats, but let me give it a shot. Echo, welcome in. How are you? Echo. And I didn't get any, I don't know if I have any sounds when someone appears in chat for the first time. But yeah, good to see you, Echo. Hope you're well. I'm interested to hear when you're going to go live so we can watch the sales numbers and reviews climb. But yeah, I am doing my first multi-stream, so this is going to both YouTube and Twitch. It's definitely late for you. Is it already 1 a.m.? Scotty Rotten, welcome in. How are you? Yeah, I think I'm going to delay this ad coming up just a minute here. So I'm doing a multi-stream for the first time. Okay, so that snooze the ad by let's snooze the ad by 2 minutes. Okay, why are you using two cameras? No. So Echo, apparently Twitch has permitted multi-stream. So you can just multi-stream. But yes, so because like there's commands, like chat commands in Twitch, if I type in, so I have one window for myself where I can see YouTube and Twitch chat simultaneously, but the Twitch terms forbid you from presenting that to viewers. So I can look at it, but you guys can't. And so I was just saying, like for commands, for Twitch commands, if I go to this window and type in /command, yada, yada, I'm guessing that text will just get sent over to YouTube as well. And people will be like, what the hell is he doing with this? What is this weird thing that he's doing? Nope. So and I literally found out about it this morning. I was just watching someone and they're like, oh yeah, well now that Twitch has allowed multi-stream, we're playing around with all this stuff. And it's like, what? Yeah. And so I Googled it and sure enough, they permitted it. So why? I mean, to get more visibility. Now I have an unused channel over on YouTube that's now potentially able to get views, right? Yes, it's literally as of TwitchCon. So as of TwitchCon, whatever it was a week ago, they announced it. And so people are now starting to kick the tires on it. Obviously, YouTube lacks a lot of advanced chat capabilities that Twitch has. But I was watching Andy Lippy. I don't know if you guys know that name. He is a longtime Twitch pro, and he does a lot of work on overlays and how to use different tools and everything. And he was the one that I saw mention, doing multi-streaming. So his stream actually said setting up a point system for YouTube. And I was like, oh, points on YouTube, how does this work? And so that's when I went in, and then I'm just listening, and that's when they mentioned the multi-streaming thing. So the points thing on YouTube though sounds like a little bit of work. He was, I believe, doing it with StreamerBot, which I also use, but it's not super trivial to get working. And I wasn't going to risk trying to slam dunk it for this stream. So yeah, you have to, it's not just some commands in the bot. There's some other stuff to tie it to, like the .NET library or something. And so I was like, you know what, before I get myself hacked on this, let me just put the brakes on this, and I'll look at it, and it's, I don't know that everyone's totally solved how to do this points thing, but it sounds like someone had designed a add-on for StreamerBot to do points with YouTube. I think, then you'd have commands like exclamation points, and it would be just like Stream Elements points that you'd be able to use. So it's not the same as channel points, but they're designing it so that it'll automatically give out points every minute or something. So, it's clearly doing, instead of relying on like the cloud to track everyone's points or whatever, you're going to use your own computer to track all the users' points and everything. So it's at least interesting. Then you can start potentially doing stuff with points on there, whether it's letting people do the drop game or something. I don't know, but there's neat enough that I was poking at the idea today. So on my lunch break, I was like, oh, it's lunchtime, let me do a quick test multi-stream. So I don't know if either of you saw that pop up that I was doing a test stream. I was like, yeah, I just want to see if I can get it to work easily to YouTube as well. And sure enough, it worked just like they said, pretty straightforward. So yeah, I hear you, Scotty, when you said there's no need for YouTube anymore, but from the big picture perspective, it's like, why not stream over there at the same time? So if it's free and you're not really forced to do anything, like I don't know if they said that there were any other real, like you have encoding concerns, like your bit rate here versus there, but there's an add-in for OBS that just says, oh, just use whatever the settings are in OBS. Like you don't have to sit there and figure out, okay, what do I got to set it to for YouTube and what do I got to set it to? It'll just use what's in OBS and send it over. So yeah, super easy. I just had to add a plug-in to OBS, and then you have to get your RTMP keys and put it in. And I was a little confused on, like Andy Lippy just kind of glossed over, when you go live, what do you exactly need to click and enable and that stuff. And he was like, yeah, just click this, and then you're off and running. I was like, that might be the most important part to make sure you don't screw it up. So yeah, with OBS, you just hit start streaming, and then there's an add-on window where you could then go find your YouTube connection, and you say, go ahead and start the YouTube connection. And I just have a second window up where I can, you do have to go to YouTube beforehand and prep up the stream. You kind of pretend like, yep, I'm going to, do a live stream now. And you title it and everything in the YouTube studio. And then all you're doing from OBS is saying, go ahead and send data over to that stream. So, and then once you do that, it literally automatically makes you live. So it's not too painful. It's not dangerous, relatively speaking. I think that the challenge with chat is, yes, you get a single pane to look at, but if I want to do like a Twitch command, I don't want to put that in the general chat. Now, this chat window is also part of StreamerBot that I'm using. You could use Restream, I guess. There's other tools out there. I'm using this new chat capability that's in StreamerBot, and it just provides a unified view of the two chat threads going. So at the bottom of it, I have a send a message box, so I could type in that window. Right below it, there's sending chat to Twitch. I can send it to YouTube, or I can send it to both of them. For right now, I'm not going to really mess with trying to send stuff because typically I don't need to. It'll just be like if I have to do a command or something like shout out or something. So, yeah, and Echo, if you want to, you can certainly do this now. It's, go and Google it. It's available, and you're not you're not forbidden from using other platforms. So TikTok, Instagram, if you can figure out how to send the content to those platforms from your OPS, for example, or if you're running multiple tools that are sending it out, whatever you have to do, it's no longer a TOS concern. Again, the big key is you can't do anything what they say with third-party tools that integrate functionality from other providers, which is why you can't have that unified chat view, because that's merging YouTube and Twitch content into one view. It's kind of like the idea, if you just think about it, it's the idea that Twitch doesn't want to mess up what is Twitch, and they want to keep it separate from what is another provider. So yeah, definitely. I will have to consider maybe doing something with Instagram. I'm not on TikTok, and I don't think I would really try. I think I fell at that miserably. I don't think it's really my style. But some people have streamed over on Instagram. The challenge there might be the format. Like, I don't know how I can control the layout of that versus a different layout format for traditional screens. So a little bit of learning that I have to do. So I'm sure you guys just sat through an ad as I was rambling there, which is better than me building, I guess. So let's get to the build now. So we're going to be continuing the build of I don't have a box, but the box is just kind of unlabeled. We built these last time. These have light bricks inside them, and I just realized I put away the little. One of them. Give me a second. They give me a bunch of little extras, like some bigger pieces. Let's. Come on. There we go. So in this set, quote unquote, there are 4 brickhead builds, each one with a light brick inside it. It's just a generic light brick that does that same kind of coloration pattern that we just saw. So we got that. And today we're going to be doing the tree and the pumpkin. I'll let you guys tell me, do you want me to start with the tree or do you want me to start with the pumpkin? And then after those two, depending on what time it is, I have no problem with continuing with doing these two, which is Dracula and a pumpkin with a ghost on top. So let me know which one do you want me to start with? So I'll get a sip of water. Okay, I see 1 vote for pumpkin from Echo. And there you are over on YouTube. So let me just see if the icon, you said I'm everywhere at one point. Yes, so in this unified chat, there's a little icon to the left of your name that has the YouTube icon, and then all the other ones show the Twitch icon, so I can tell where you're chatting from. So thank you for testing it all out for me. I do appreciate that. And I'm going to do something. Let's because I can. Let's go crazy here. I just want to see what happens. Oh, and this is all manual. So now you have to. So in this separate chat window, there's no Twitch autocomplete. So that's something that you have to consider if you're a bad typer like me. This will not have any autocomplete capability when you do it. Pinwheel, welcome in. So I'm going to send this. It's a shout out for you, Echo. Let's see what happens over on YouTube. Yep, so there it is. It just has that. And did it work? Did I do that correct? Did I do that wrong? Oh, you know what? you might not be allowed to send it. I wonder if that's because it doesn't seem like it did anything. Am I correct that there was no shout out for you, I guess? So that might be some sort of limitation. Okay, that's good to know, I guess. So from the unified chat, you can't submit commands, I guess. Yes, please go and follow Echo Bricks as a priority. Pinwheel, I see you. Go follow Echo Bricks right now. How you doing, Pinwheel? Good to see you. So, I don't know if you heard me chatting on this for the last 10 minutes or whatever it is, but we're doing multi-streaming now because Twitch terms have changed and they now permit you to do multi-streaming. So I'm simulcasting over to YouTube as well on my VR Chill builds, which you can see in the chat. I think, or actually, no, you can't see it, but Echo can over on the YouTube channel. So I get a unified chat view, but the terms from YouTube are that you're not permitted to unify the chat view. They want to keep Twitch and not mess things up. Reported for stalking. I'm so sorry, Echo. So yeah, hope you're well, Pinwheel. So yeah, it's at least an interesting thing, and I've had these YouTube channels just kind of languishing, and now that I don't know when I'm going to really be chatting as the presenter here, so it doesn't matter what I do, but I could choose to send the chat messages to just Twitch, to just YouTube, or to both of them. Again, if it's not going to take a command, I'm not going to be using it. I'll just have to use the native Twitch chat window, which I have directly alongside, and has resulted in a 3-inch wide chat bar that I get. So forgive me if I struggle to follow what's going on. Like over half of the line is the timestamp and the username, and then I get like 16 characters that I can read on that line. If you do a shout out, so Echo, I don't know if you heard me saying that. I tried to send in the unified chat. I tried to send a / shout out, but I think, and it's been a second, because I don't see anything in the actual Twitch chat. It's like Twitch ignored that command that I tried to submit for my third-party chat tool. It's like it just made a decision. Sorry, you're not allowed to submit commands from here, and it just dropped it. And then on the YouTube side, if you go and look at that chat, you could see / shout out. So you could see the text that I typed in. But unfortunately, my interpretation of this is that you can't do commands from this unified chat window that comes from StreamerBot. And I'm guessing that's a security feature that they just don't want to risk that sort of thing. So I guess I'm not too surprised if that's just how it works. But, I think you would need a tablet for the chat. Yeah, I have a monitor in front of me. I have an HD monitor that's turned vertically explicitly for chat right under my face cam. So I can see a lot of history at least. So yeah. And I've now started putting my keyboard and mouse on my desk. You can see here in the camera. So, Lucky, welcome in. How are you? And something I might want to see if I can do is turn on. I'm guessing you guys don't have a noise when someone joins chat. You don't hear a noise. I'm wondering if I should turn something on just so I know that I can hear it. Because otherwise, I just have to look over at the stream, which is behind me, and see the emote rain happening. But I think I'd rather have a little chime or something tell me that someone just dropped into chat. Okay, good to know. So I'll potentially fix it. And it doesn't have to be anything obnoxious. It just has to be some sort of chime to tell me something happened, because I certainly want to invite people in when they come in. So thank you for that. So Lucky, yeah, I am multi-streaming. Apparently Twitch changed their terms of service. and are now permitting multi-stream. You can Google on this. And so to any platform, you can multi-stream. The only thing you're not permitted by their terms to do is to merge features with third-party tools. So you can't provide a single view of YouTube and Twitch chat to your viewers. And I couldn't even display it. Like I guess I couldn't even show it. That's forbidden. So they want Twitch to remain Twitch, and that's how they're dealing with it. Which, maybe they're going to try and offer those sorts of capabilities themselves, but I think it's more the idea that they don't want to allow their brand to be impacted. So, yeah, like a doorbell, exactly. And people are welcome to do the hello. So maybe that's something I should just automatically rig up in my emote rain that happens, is just the hello there thing. So, yeah, super simple solution that I just didn't consider before. But something I should be doing. So, yeah, so hope you're well, Lucky. We're going to be doing these two brickheads, and I don't know if you were here last time. I don't think you were last night. We built these two. These are off-brand. They have light bricks inside them. By popular vote, this was the more popular of the two builds. And the only thing that's unfortunate is that they're kind of ugly from the back. And this one was certainly no exception to that. They just didn't really complete the builds. So they look great from head on. Once you turn them, they start looking better incomplete or messy. So that's what I was saying, Echo. If you chat on YouTube, no one on Twitch will see that because that's against terms of service. And thank you for bringing this up. Go ahead and do something because I need to know this. I need to know if that's going to show up on screen. That's a very, very good point. I don't think it's going to because it's that's coming from Stream Elements, and Stream Elements doesn't know anything about YouTube. But just in case I don't understand the under the hood stuff, I would love to confirm that. So yeah, please send something. But yeah, go ahead. Yeah, that's not right. Let's see. Okay, so again, that's because of their terms of service. If I was displaying the YouTube stuff as well as the Twitch stuff, I think that would be a violation of terms of service. So, at least as I understand it. Now, if you go out there and look at what people are displaying, you will find loads of streamers. I was just in someone a week ago that's showing YouTube and Twitch chat simultaneously. But if you want to follow the rules, you won't do that stuff. So, yeah, and YouTube won't see Twitch, correct. So I've been in, a few of these multi-streamers before. I knew someone that does VR, and they've been doing it for years, and they keep everything generally separate, but there's some stuff that does cross over. So, yeah, it's just the way that Twitch is calling it now. I guess if they have an automatic way to verify this, maybe it's a bannable offense or something that they could take action on. But if it's in your content and it's like the image of, Twitch and YouTube chat scrolling by on the screen, unless you're going to be a big streamer or you know people inside Twitch, I just can't believe that they're going to come after you. Like, realistically, But again, if you somehow find a way to pull over YouTube comments into your Twitch chat, they might be able to parse that out and find every user that's doing that and ding them or do something. So that's my thought, is if you can display it on screen, you're probably much more likely to get away with it. At least until the day that they ask you to go on the front page. Once they ask you to go on the front page, you probably want to turn that off. So I am technically streaming to two different groups that can't see each other's conversations. Yes, and that's getting criticism from folks, right? Like, this is like the one thing that Twitch didn't want you to do. And, it's up to each person whether they care enough to listen to Twitch on this. terms say you're not permitted to do it. But again, how long were people multi-streaming on Twitch, disregarding the fact that you weren't allowed to multi-stream on Twitch anyway? So I think that's, I think it might be more of a brand protection thing. Like, what if Amaranth started doing this? That could be brand damaging for them. Because a couple things. Twitch cannot control the content that YouTube provides. So someone could get on YouTube and send hate speech or something, and it ends up on a Twitch stream. And I think that's the sort of thing that they don't want to get involved in. So I think they're trying to say, hey, you just can't integrate these things. Whether people do it or not, that's a whole other story. So, yeah, and this is probably the big challenge right now, is looking at, the main chat, and then if I have to do a command, I'm going to have to go over to the second chat window that I have just to submit Twitch commands and stuff like that. If you have a Stream Deck, of course, you could make something a button instead of needing to type in chat. But it's just something that folks need to be aware of. Again, that's the letter of the law. Just like speeding in the United States, you're like, I've blown past, cops going 10 miles over the speed limit 1,000 times and not been stopped once. I don't know what it's like over in the UK, but they never stop you. There's a certain level where they'll be like, "Yep, that's it. We're gonna pull you over," and they have the right to come after me if I'm going 10 miles an hour. But they probably, get a lot of backlash on lots of things if they start doing that. So yeah, it's setting a bar. They don't want people to break it. I think if it's a big streamer that starts doing that stuff, that'll be a thing that they get involved in. But you, me, as long as they don't try and partner with us, and maybe even partners, they'll do something special for keeping an eye on what all partners are doing. But I have no concerns about what's going to happen on my channel anytime soon. So I'm going to pay attention to the conversation around this topic. And, probably if you watch streamers, you'll start to see how they're doing this multi-stream stuff. And if you just start seeing a lot of people displaying that stuff inside the video of their stream, I think that's probably the indicator that, yeah, this is not going to be an offense that's enforceable. It's just not viable for Twitch to police it at that level. Now, maybe if someone starts reporting you kind of get a troll or something. Who knows? Let's move on. Let's get to the brick building, boys. Let's get to the brick building. Okay, so you said pumping. We're going to do the pumping. Let's get building. So like now, you have all your viewers here, I take it, and someone is on your YouTube and realizes that all the viewers are here, and they have both accounts, and YouTube will lose a viewer because they will come here instead of being around and vice versa. Yes. And guess what? That's exactly what I've done with some of these older multi-streamers. The one VR person in particular, like I followed them on both YouTube and Twitch, but I usually catch them on Twitch because I'm on Twitch watching other people. And then I'll see one viewer. One viewer is like, okay, I think I'll just jump over to YouTube now. It's more of like a way to see that they're live, and then I'll jump over. Yeah. So Andy Lippy, again, this guy does a lot of Twitch, videos and how-tos and all that sort of stuff. He showed his stats. Now, you can take this with a grain of salt. He showed his stats for the week on Twitch. That chart that shows how many views you have, how many follows you get, and that sort of stuff. He showed it like, he was getting like a certain level, and then he had a little break of like 2 days. Then he came back, and suddenly his numbers were higher than I guess he's saying, like, higher than they've ever been. And so he's thinking that that's coming from the fact that he has YouTube now multi-streaming, and people that are on YouTube realize that he has a bigger community over on Twitch. And so they come over to Twitch. And so Twitch is gaining viewers on Andy Lippy's stream because he's pulling over YouTube people because the YouTube, community isn't really there. And so I think that's what his point about like why this chat thing is maybe silly, but also if they change it and they say just show everyone's chat, people over on YouTube probably won't jump over to Twitch, right? If you could just send a message and everyone can see it, why leave the platform that you're on? So there might be something to what Twitch is saying to drive people over. Yeah, and it's a risk on both platforms. Yeah. Now I have no clue what that Google does, but all Google tends to care about is DMCA, right? So, and of course, bad content. So let's get unboxing this. Here, let me show you the instructions really quick. Picture. This is what we're going to be building. It is called Pumpkinhead, and it has light brick inside, just like all the other ones. So, from my perspective, it's like free advertising for they come over on YouTube. I have to do nothing with YouTube except for, maybe I have to ban someone that comes in and says something. And maybe I get more visibility. So I think that's the general good thing about doing the multi-streaming. And from a load perspective, let me actually see what's going on with like CPU on the box, if this is any notable impact. There, but let me just check my task manager here. So I did not check what things were like last stream, for example, which probably would have been a good thing to do. I do think it's very possible that CPU usage is up, hypothetically almost doubled, maybe. It's at 26% right now for OBS. And I'm guessing that that's happening because of that, what do they call it? Multiple output add-on that is, sending two streams out. So it's got to build the data streams to send to both YouTube and Twitch separately. Doesn't have to necessarily encode the data twice, I don't think. You could probably use the same encoding, but it's gotta at least make two copies of the data and ship. So thank you so much for the hydrate. Well, again, you're not sending it from Twitch. Remember, this is OBS. This is all happening from your own computer. So if you could be using OBS for YouTube exclusively, and then say, "Hey, I want to also stream over to Twitch." So you're just a YouTube streamer that's now also sending a stream over to Twitch. And the same rules would generally apply with chat, although I think YouTube chat is super basic. I don't know what rules you have. Like you can't do commands, right? So in that regard, it's just a slight difference. But yeah, this is like if you were just a YouTube streamer and like you really didn't have a community on Twitch, you probably could have just been doing this the whole time, because if Twitch suddenly made the call like, "Oh, we're going to ban you and shut down your Twitch account," you'd be like, "I had one viewer, right? Like, what do I care?" Like, yeah, so there's no separate host platform. There are some of those. I think Restream is one of them. That's a third party, I believe. And so you send your one stream to Restream, and then they fork it for you, and they send it to Twitch and YouTube. So there are some of those, and Restream is, I think, one of the well-known ones. So you only have to send one copy of data, which will keep your CPU down, and then you just let Restream handle the fork of the data and all that sort of stuff. Welcome in, Scrolls. How are you doing? Hope you are having a awesome Friday night and happy Brickin' Friday, everyone. Hope everyone's having a fantastic start to the weekend. I know Echo, it's late for you, so I appreciate you being here. So I take it YouTube are okay with streamers doing this. But honestly, from my account's perspective on YouTube, if YouTube made the call like, oh, that's it, we're shutting down your account, I'd be like, oh, I wasn't really using it. You know, I don't think it's a problem. I don't know that YouTube had multi-streaming policies in place. Yeah, so ads. Okay. Let me know if you are back, Skrills. Are you back? They should be back any second. So yeah, welcome in, everyone. Okay, good. Thank you for letting me know that, Skrills. I wasn't paying attention because I don't know if you heard any of what I was saying. We're now doing multi-streaming on both YouTube and Twitch. Twitch has changed their policy about multi-streaming. As of TwitchCon, at the start of TwitchCon, I guess, they announced that you can now multi-stream. You can go and Google this. And so you can simulcast to YouTube and Twitch. You could also do like any platform. They don't have any sort of platform limitations that I'm aware of. So TikTok, Instagram, wherever you want to stream, you can do it all. As long as your computer can handle it and you can technically solve how to send the stream there, you can do that. So I found out about this morning. I was watching someone who does like Twitch tools and, overlays and stuff like that. And he just mentioned it. And I said, what? I Googled it, and sure enough, there's people talking about, oh yeah, now you can just multi-stream. It's not against terms of service anymore. Hey, Pinwheel, thank you for hanging out. I've opened up the bag. I'm sorry that I didn't actually connect any parts yet. I'm starting to feel like a true brick builder, I gotta say. Oh, go to Kick. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought you said you were going to Kick. Join. Is that where April B is? Is she on Kick now? I made a Kick, but I haven't tried to stream on her yet. Yeah, so I heard that. Yeah, I heard about Kick. It looks like a Twitch clone, kind of like the layout. At least at the time, was very similar to Twitch. It was like they took all the CSS from the Twitch site and they're like, yeah, it looks just like Twitch or something. Yeah, I never watched anyone on there. And I guess the idea is that you would be in such a small pool that if someone wanted to watch brick building, you would be like the one person doing brick building over there. So you'd have 100% of the audience for Kick. But I mean, how many people over there looking at that sort of stuff is the big question. Skrills, enjoy your lurk. I totally get it. But yeah, multi-streaming is here, at least now authorized. Like you're permitted to do it. People have been doing it for a long time. I've known people that have been doing it for years. The thing that's against terms of service is merging Twitch and other platform content like the chat. You can't do that. So that's why you can't see the merge chat. Only I can see the merge chat, which has had like a total of 2 messages from YouTube, both from our dear friend Echo. All right. So that said, enough about that. Let's get building this pumpkin, which was Echo's selection. Find step 1 because these instructions are like really weird. All right. So yeah, I think it's I think it was probably a little bit of a common sense move by Twitch. Like, what are you really doing here? Are you winning the war somehow by doing this, or is it just policy's sake? So, all right. So my recognize timer went off, but it doesn't seem like it is linkable. Okay. Yeah. So the recognize link there is working. Good. I just set that up like 3 minutes before stream. Yeah, and you're probably right that the way that they've worded everything, this will probably benefit Twitch. It just wasn't in their interest to forbid this sort of thing. So we got a lot of orange parts here. A lot. 99% of them are orange. Need this other piece. So every single piece in this is has a matching Lego piece. That hurts on it. I'm just gonna sit here for a second. Hear some noise. So, Andy, welcome in. How are you doing? I think I put this on the wrong side. How you doing, Andy? Welcome in, welcome in. We're doing our first multi-stream to YouTube and Twitch because Twitch had updated their terms of service as of TwitchCon, which permits multi-streaming. So you can stream to multiple platforms at the same time without any fear now. And I think a lot of people have already been doing this. I know people that have been doing it for years. Now, they weren't like, they don't have 1,000 viewers or anything like that. But, Twitch was not banning them or doing anything. So I think it's, we're just spending time talking about it. I think it's a win for Twitch because they're actually going to pull over people from those other platforms. Because the one thing that you can't do is integrate third-party content with Twitch content. So like the chat, they don't want to permit you to integrate YouTube and Twitch chat so you have one view. They want to keep those separate for brand recognition, I think. So chat always looks like Twitch chat. And because of that, when you have people that find you, say, over on YouTube, and they're like, oh, well, I'm alone over here on YouTube, they can, realize, oh, well, I'll just go over to Twitch and start watching from there. And so I barely done anything other than get this set up. So one of the things that I'm realizing I need to do is, I don't know if I can do timers with YouTube. I've never figured that out. But maybe set up a timer that says, hey, if it's a little quiet here, why don't you come over to Twitch kind of thing. But again, if I get 10,000 people over on YouTube suddenly, I might ditch you guys. So it goes both ways. Just kidding. Hope you are well. Laying in bed still. It's afternoon, Andy. You're supposed to be up and about. Made a YouTube, but you never streamed there. Well, now, like, in order to do it, and we have an ad starting in about 3 minutes. Every 12 minutes, there's going to be a 30-second ad. Let me know if it's annoying how I'm doing my ads now. But to get this working, it's just with OBS. There's an extra plugin that you install into OBS, and that handles sending out the two different streams. Now, that does take up more CPU on that computer, but you can also use something like Restream, which is a service where you send your data, you send your stream to them, and then they fork it to send it to YouTube and Twitch. So that way, the load on your computer is less if you use Restream. So I know 9,995 YouTube viewers. Well, we'll see. Are you going to compensate me for that, Pinwheel? Feeling drained today, lungs. I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. You do what you can, right? You do what you can, taking the day at a time. Don't push too hard. But if it's the weekend for you, enjoy the weekend. That's what I would say. Just enjoy the weekend however you can. It's here. So, yeah, the big thing about this post um, simulcast stream is you can't integrate chat, and so you have to kind of for Twitch. There's Twitch commands like shout out commands and stuff. If you had an integrated chat view like I have right now, and you try to send the command, even if it worked in Twitch, it would potentially send that command over to YouTube, and people would just see some slash shout out username thing, and they'd be like, "What the heck is this?" Yep. And so, yep, there's also Instagram and TikTok. So they don't have any sort of platform limitations. So you could stream to all four of those at once if you can find a technique that works with your setup. I also don't know if those platforms have any multi-streaming policies. But by all accounts, I think Twitch was the one that really cared about it, and they just don't care so much now. So my tag on there is VR Chill Builds. So VR Chill Builds. And I was trying to think if I could easily. I should probably have like my link tree in here. What do I have for that? Send this to both. When that appears on YouTube side as well, and it's clickable. Yep, there we go. So yeah, that's my link tree, and it has all the stuff. Which so up to date. I think I updated this. Yeah. So it's my builds YouTube link on build valid. Yeah, sorry, Echo. No links. I'm guessing that's what you're trying to do. All right. So I think the ad is over. Dedicated view on there. So yeah, chat is the yeah. So yeah, so on YouTube, VR Chill is kind of the name, and then it's builds. I have a builds channel, and I have a separate gaming channel. So, and I just went through and renamed those so that they're standard. So I have VR Chill builds, VR Chill gaming. Before they were kind of disparate and messed up, so I just went through and cleaned that up, it was kind of perfect timing that I found out about this multi-streaming today. So I was like, oh, now that I've aligned those names, because I think before the names were probably in use back when everyone, probably soaked up all the user accounts on YouTube. And I'm guessing that YouTube went through and cleaned up unused accounts. Like, oh, no one's logged into this account for 6 years, and they just deleted it. And so now suddenly my accounts, I can create them. I think. I'm guessing that's something that might have happened. I could be wrong, though. All right. So let me get this one last piece in the middle, I guess. Thank you. So nothing fantastic here. It's all going to be very orange. I apologize if the colors make it a little hard to see here. Apparently, you need to create a channel. You don't have maybe a user. So you can't. Yeah, you can't chat without a user account. You need to have a Google account. It's been forever since I had to set something up there, but not a channel. You have to have a Google account. So if you have a Google account, you can log into YouTube. You don't need a channel. But again, if your Google account has your real name and you don't want to reveal that, then you probably don't want to use that account, right? Um, yeah, so a lot of people's first Google account was their real name. And then they start using social media. Like, oh, you know what? I don't want my real name to be showing up in all these, chats and everything. So then you start creating your gamer handles and everything. So Insta's on your phone, YouTube and Discord not. I guess that's why I sort of view only those. Use a name like It's Not Scotty. It literally says create a channel to join chat. I don't know, Scotty. I'm not. It's been forever since I had to do anything like that, so maybe there's been some tweak. And yeah, I mean, I can't remember. You've used YouTube before, right, Scotty? No, I guess not. Because yeah, I couldn't tell you the last time I went into YouTube with an account for the first time. It's been a long time. Yeah, it's been a very long time. And all mine would have been associated with social media. It was my first one. And back then, it was just a Google account. You just had to have the Google account. But now maybe they're saying, oh, well, you have to do something with YouTube specifically. Yeah. So yeah, no pressure for me, Scotty. That's for sure. Not gonna force you to have to set up anything. But for the sake of streaming, I think it's worth looking at. And what you should do, Scotty, Google, I think, is a little bit stricter about creating accounts than Twitch is. So they want to have a phone number associated in this sort of stuff. Now, maybe they backed off it a little bit, but that was always one of the troubles with setting up a new YouTube account, because it's a Google account essentially. So getting it created, they're like, okay, well, we created it for you, but we need to know a phone number to associate this to. And I think I just kind of caved on all of my social media and used my phone number. And they're not preventing you from creating multiple accounts with the same phone number, which is the most important. You be switching, Scotty. Scotty's jumping ship. He's going to be Team YouTube. Correct. So just taking on some sort of shape. I have no idea what this is yet. The top of the pumpkin, maybe. I am through step 4, and it's been how long? I've been on here 1 hour, 4 steps. All right, that's good. And now I get to do the light brick. Andy, you don't have to. A skirt will also do. So skirt or pants, your choice. If you did this, you would literally type "go to my Twitch" on YouTube channel. This chat is inactive, but again, I have that unified chat view. And to your point about like, oh, it's quiet over there, that's where having a timed chat message that goes in every 5-10 minutes or something says, hey, if it's quiet here, feel free for you to join a community over on Twitch. A kilt, yeah. Yeah, you need panties though. Been on YouTube a long time, Andy, and never had pants there. Wow. Okay. Check. This man knows how it goes. This man knows how it goes. These guys. Yeah, so guys, let me know if the ads have been annoying. We have another ad coming up in 3 minutes. I'm not going to point this out every time. I would like to get feedback if you guys find the 30-second ads every 12 minutes to be annoying, or if you prefer that versus the 3 minutes of ads that you could potentially be getting. Or I think what I was doing was 90 seconds of ads every 30 minutes. So I've opted for 30 seconds at a time. Make it as short as possible for anyone that's going to get stuck behind ads. And then I don't feel like I have to stop while the ads are going. I can just kind of roll through it. You're going to miss 30 seconds of useless jib jab from me. So, all right, so we got this light brick assembly. And where's that go? Right on top there? Okay. That's step 5 done. Now we get to, oh, I said that there's no part in here that Lego doesn't have. But this, I don't think Lego has this pinwheel. I know you're a Technic guy, but and Echo. I don't think that there is a wheel, whatever these are called, the wheel hub pieces that have slot studs on them. I don't think this piece exists. So that this is a piece that Lego does not make. All right, so we take 2 of these and we take a plate and we connect them. Except when Beyond the Brick hosts the video that I always appear with pants. Okay, there you go. You never had one since you've been here. CGI pants there. Nice. Yeah, Lego does not have that exact part. Yeah. It's like a city part. I wouldn't know. This is wheel hubs. Like I had wheel hubs back in the 80s. That's about it. That's all I know about wheel hubs. Or whatever these parts are called. I call them wheel hubs. Probably wheel wells. Now we get some slopes to line up on this guy. And for anyone that does bother watching me on YouTube tonight, let me know if there's any problems with the quality. This is like the question mark I have is, okay, I'm streaming over there. Is the stream dropping out? Is the quality low? Because all I did, and this is what made this attractive to me today. It was super easy. It was literally just put in my key for sending the stream over there and then clicking start. Essentially, I didn't have to set up parameters on what quality to send to YouTube. I'm just letting OBS control that, and it sends the same quality out to both. It might not look the same on both platforms because of how each of them handles encoding, but it wasn't work for me to have to solve. You might want to solve it. You might want to do that sort of stuff, but it seemed like it looked okay to me. All right, so we got that, and now they want me to be putting on one of these. It's in the middle and the front. Wait. Yeah, we're getting an ad. Snowed. These guys. I am definitely happy that the weekend's here. Anyone have any big plans for the weekend? I am planning on going mountain biking tomorrow, and I don't know the details of what I'm going to do, but it's potentially the last day of the year to go riding. All the leaves are falling, so the trails are getting covered up, which tends to mean I ride very slowly after that because I don't need to hit a rock and go flying. So yeah, so this is the part that we just built up. Just kind of seems like the top of a pumpkin, I would say, or maybe the back. Maybe the back. So yes, we got this. I have no idea if these connect or what. We'll see. Step 9. Here we go. One of these and a brick. One of the 2 bricks that are in here. Here. Okay. And now I connect it to this. They're pointing at some mysterious studs. I guess I'm supposed to connect. I can't figure out which one is. I guess these 4. I've made. Again, I don't know what is the front or the back. Maybe this is going to be the front. Might be the back. About to see. Right. Step 11. Repeat for the other side. Here we go. Let's get those for those. These 1, 2, 3, 4. Plate with thingamabobber. Plate with bar. It's not bar. Whatever the heck they call these things. They call them like door pieces. Door slider pieces. Okay, so we put 4 of these on. Underneath them. So yeah, we're strictly mirroring what we had done previous module. 1 more slopes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, that same piece. Finally, we're on the second half of the instructions. Go. We need to send for this. Okay, so this is what we now have. Nothing crazy. It's a lot like some of the set I'm thinking of is the Grogu build and the Yoda build, which is, but it's missing the core. So the Technic core in those sets is missing here, and all we have are the panels that go around the core. So if this is a massive build, then you'd have the Technic core inside there, but they tend to keep it super simple for these guys. So step 16, we're going to build another plate. Yeah, this is now similar to how we'd started this all. I wonder if I missed this. Anyway, did I do that wrong? Is that what I did? I did that wrong. Yes. Okay, that makes much more sense. All right. Okay, correction. That looks much more like a pumpkin. Okay. I had these sticking out like an idiot. I misread the directions. It wasn't. You guys are probably, does he see that that doesn't look like a pumpkin? Pumpkins are round. They don't have giant orange spikes on them. So yeah, so I just realized how to read the instructions here. Here. So yeah, this has got a slightly different design on it, I guess. So to the other one, but not the same. Big plate in the middle there. And then we're going to wrap this up with apparently square 4 slopes, curved slopes. Voila. Now, why is it shaped like this there? This side is a little different. I do not know. I do not. Oh, there we go. We need 2 jumpers. 1, 2. One of these. So we do get a touch of green here. And this orients this way. So here. As far as the feel of these parts, I said it last time, they feel like Lego. They're not going together like mega constructs or anything. So I can't complain about how they feel. No problems with no problems with the quality as I'm building this. So as much as people might not want to hear that, that's the truth. It feels like Lego, looks like Lego, kinda. Definitely it's glossier than Lego, of course. That's the common issue. These and these. Lightning Builder, how you doing? The pumpkin, yes. So everyone, in case you didn't hear, I didn't mention it tonight. The reason I'm building this is because I saw Lightning Builder building these on his stream. Maybe it was last weekend. I'm not sure exactly when you were building it. It might have been longer ago than that because I had to get them shipped to me. And so once I saw him building it, I said, you know what? Those look super cool. I'm going to go ahead and buy them. So you have this content to thank because of Lightning Builder. So definitely give him a follow. I'll do the shout out in the right chat window here. So definitely give him a follow. Welcome in, Lightning Builder. How are you doing? How's your weekend going? Skip at the end, I guess. Wait a minute. Where do I position this? Rick is working on art. Awesome to hear. Oh, so lightning. I am doing a multi-stream. This is going over to YouTube at the same time because Twitch changed their terms of service to permit multi-streaming. So people used to do this before, but it was technically against terms of service. If you were a small streamer, you were probably just getting away with it. But now it's not against terms of service. And so you can just simultaneously stream to both YouTube and Twitch. The big caveat is that you can't integrate any feature of Twitch with another provider, which means when the big one is chat. So I cannot present to you a single chat view of both YouTube and Twitch commenters. That's against terms of service. And we just ran into it. But the fact is, many were already doing that. It's probably not an issue unless you're a big streamer. So, but yeah, it's now not against terms of service generally. Oh, so I did do this wrong. This is supposed to stick out the other direction. Okay. Kind of reading the wrong picture. Then this. Boy, they do some weird orientations on these images that kind of confuse you, but just like, hey, hold this upside down and make it connect instead of making you do it right side up. There we go. Step 23 done. We only have 4 more steps to go. All right, so now we need 2 of these. That's what we built. This little, just kind of weird. These are snap plates, and they have you put these on. Just how they have you hold it is a little weird. It's upside down. 2 of those and 2 of these. Okay. A roundish panel to put right on the front there. Nice curved surface. We'll just stack this guy on top. That's just slowly taking shape here. The fact that it's all orange does make it a little hard to see. So now I'm going to start connecting this with this. And it needs to, where do I line this up exactly? I guess I do line it up right there. So there you go. I think you could start seeing that this is the nose. This is teeth. There's left eye, right eye. That's starting to look really good. And we're now connecting this on here if I could figure out how to hold it. I'm going to connect this here. This. Yeah, and I said that there were 4 more steps. I don't know what the difference is between, they just show it being connected. So, look at all this extra stuff that you get. Lego don't give you this. You never get a 2x2 plate. You never get an extra slope, 2 extra slopes. So, they're, and actually, I think I might have missed something here. This is on the bottom, which is over here. Let me double check this. Or was that the top one that I did? Let me see. Might have skipped. Yeah, no, they don't show anything going on. That is bizarre. So I have two more that I can apply. Let me see. Do I have to put them on later on? I feel like they just didn't tell me to put these on, or maybe it's balance or something that needs to be on there. That's bizarre. So I have more pieces that I can put on, but they don't show them in the picture. Yeah, like they don't show them going on. And you don't really get to see, you never get to see that surface again, period. Huh. But it seems like, and it might be like a balance thing, like maybe it just won't hold together if you put these on. But I'm going to ignore better judgment and just slam dunkaroonie. Slam dunkaroonie, ignore it all. This way. Yeah, and this could just go right there on top. Or just invent a new way to connect this and be done with it. Now, how do you connect in here? There we go. Better for the color there. Far away or close. Let me turn this on. Echo, you have a good night. Thank you so much for hanging out, and definitely explore the new multi-streaming capabilities when you can. Everyone, go give him a follow. You guys, I know you guys are all following him. Go give him a follow for sure. Anyone that's not following you, crazy. I sent that, and then Space Hobo dropped in right at the same time. It's like, I didn't send a command for Space Hobo. No offense, Space Hobo. Welcome in. It just had perfect timing. Welcome in. How are you doing, Space Hobo? I believe that you dropped into one of my gaming streams, and I missed your chat message. I think I'm remembering this correctly until after the stream ended, and I saw your chat message, and I was like, "Oh, I missed you." So welcome in, and apologies if I'm somewhat fairly certain that was you that I missed in that chat message. So apologies. Yeah, I'm doing well here. We're building some off-brand Lego, off-brand bricks here, and this is our third one that we built. So Lightning Builder was the inspiration for this because he was building these on his stream, like a week ago or week and a half ago. Lightning Builder. So there were a bunch of extra parts. It never told me to put them on. But I had enough to just kind of fill in some gaps here. Again, maybe you're not supposed to because it throws off the balance or something, but I just put on, the stuff here and then the center plate. Seemed reasonable. So, why am I going to just put it on the table and not use it? Yeah, and I think I remember you talking about some of these, like, oh, they didn't tell you to use some of these parts. So that was kind of weird. Like, why wouldn't you just put those on? It balances just fine. This isn't going to go rolling anywhere or anything. So, and of course, inside these Space Hobo is a light brick. So we have 3 of them. I have no idea. A nice skull. And the jaw can move here. And we also have a scythe ghost, if that's how you pronounce it. Hold on, this is gonna fall apart on me. Fall apart on me? It's falling apart on me. Un momento. Por favor. Let's put back together. Scythe Ghost. So, we've now completed 3 of these, and unfortunately, because of the shape on the back, I can't really make them all face the camera. What's everyone's favorite? The Scythe Ghost, the Skull, or the Pumpkin? Which one do you guys like the most? Got the sickle on, got the dope hat. Like the one we haven't done yet. So the last one that we're going to do is the tree. And let me just turn these off so I don't waste all the battery. And Space Hobo, what have you been up to? It's been a while since we chatted, I think. So what have you been up to? Knew that this guy was loose on here. Where this connects. Okay. All right, those are all bolted for now. And so now, once I attach those extra pieces that they didn't tell you about, I'm just left with a handful of studs. So that makes a little bit more sense. A little confusing. Yeah, I don't know what that's about. You know, optional parts. Maybe they were concerned about it will roll over or something, but it's not. And now we're down to the next one, which is called the Thee Demon. Thee. The Thee Demon. So, I'm not native English speakers. So this is what we're going to be building. The Tree Demon. Again, it has a light brick. And this one looked really cool. So definitely excited to build this one. The last of the 4 that we're building. Space Hobo, I don't know if you heard me talking about the multi-streaming stuff, but we're now committed by Twitch to multi-stream to any platforms. So I am streaming this over to my YouTube, VR Chill Films channel. And the only thing you're not allowed to do by Twitch, and people have been doing this, you know, for a while, regardless, it was against terms of service, but people have just been doing it. Probably if you're a big streamer, it would be a problem. But if you're not, then I don't think they really care so much. But the only thing that you can't do is provide any sort of unified view of, say, chat across the platforms. Twitch wants to keep the Twitch stuff separate from any other provider. So you can't, I can't present a single view of YouTube and Twitch chat. That's against Twitch's terms of service still. That said, lots of people still do that. Again, you know, what's driving them to do this? I think that they're going to scrape off some viewers from YouTube who will find these channels for the first time and see all the Twitch integration that's likely popping up on stream, all the interactivity that happens as common in Twitch chat. And, you know, they'll be kind of bored by the basic chat of YouTube. And so they'll not be able to communicate with people that are on Twitch in that stream. They'll be able to talk to the streamer, but they're not going to be able to talk to the other viewers. So they'll probably get pulled over if they want to, be part of the streamers community. So it's a rather savvy move, I think, ultimately by Twitch. To kind of, I think I don't know why they were scared of it before, but as they have it designed now, where the only thing you can't do is integrate chat, that will drive people that want to participate in the Twitch chat over to Twitch. If they just showed everyone's chat over on YouTube, you'd be like, well, why do I need to go to Twitch? I can see and talk to everyone over here on YouTube, so I'm not going anywhere. But by making it impossible to see the Twitch chat and participate with those folks, there's at least the likelihood that folks will be inclined to go and join over on Twitch. And one of the streamers that was talking about this said that they have seen a notable uptick in their Twitch viewership since the restreaming since they started to multi-stream. I say restream, but I mean multi-stream. So it's a good marketing move for them. I don't know that it'll really impact most of us, but if you have a Twitch and a YouTube channel and or Instagram and or TikTok, you can stream to all of them at the same time per Twitch's terms of service. You just can't provide an integrated view across Twitch and other platforms. I don't know where that I'm putting this. This is now in brown, and I can't see the black lines on here to figure out where anything goes. I'm going to try and turn this up. Let me know if this washes out anything. I need a little bit more light here. That says, that does hang off. Okay. So I don't know if that screwed up the colors. Let me know if you guys have a problem with the lighting now. But in order to kind of discern what's happening inside these brown images, this was necessary. All right. So this. Both hang off. What these do? There, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like this pumpkin. Definitely got a cool look to it. For some reason, this makes me think of, and I can't remember which Halloween it was, but it was the one with the TV commercials with that weird electronic song, like Halloween 3 or something. And if you heard the ad, it would, I don't know, turn you into a zombie, or I forget the details of it. But it was like this song. And for some reason, seeing this pumpkin just makes me think of that for some reason. Yeah, it had like this silly kid song along with a certain video that was playing, and it would, I don't know if it killed you or made you a zombie or something, but classic cheesy 80s horror movie if you need to know about one of those. Slope Oh, I already have one before. I was saying earlier, these are off-brand, but they feel like Lego. They connect like in general. They feel like Lego. They're definitely glossier than Lego. Definitely glossier than Lego, but they feel like Lego. Now, do they sound like Lego? Do they exactly feel like Lego? No, but when you connect them, they connect just like Lego. So they're not super weak. They're not super tight. So as far as quality control, as far as I'm concerned, I have no problems with this. As a one-time build, it's not a concern that it's gonna not hold together or be a pain to take apart or anything like that. YouTube, the same name. Are you asking me, Lightning? I'm sorry, I missed that. My handle over there is VR Chill Builds, and I still have it in my. There's my link tree. So if you want to go check out my YouTube channel, it is VR Chill Builds is the username. And I also have a VR Chill gaming channel over there as well. The big thing, at least historically for small streamers over on YouTube, was you didn't want to merge different content onto a single channel. So one is for building, one is for gaming, unlike Twitch where you just kind of do everything together. So there's our first bad piece. The mold is incomplete. It's not broken. It just the mold never finished. And I don't know if it'll hold. If it will hold, I'm just going to put it on and not care. Yeah, there's a tiny little chip there. Not a big deal. I probably have extra ones, so it's really not a big deal. But yeah, little mold. That's the first problem that I've had with them. A couple of the round studs had a little sprue piece, but if you scratched at it, it would just kind of flake off. It wasn't like it was hard plastic. So, and this one has maybe a little, like I can feel this tiny sprue mark here. Can't really see it, but there's a little tiny sprue mark that sticks out ever so slightly. That might be the second problem that I've seen, is that sprue mark doesn't go away. All right, so I need one of these, and I need this piece. This goes here, goes there. I think we're making a jaw here. That's my guess. Got 2 black bricks. One ginormous Technic plate. I think I did that. Yeah, I did that correct. Onward to step 6. That's what we've gotten so far. Yeah, nothing super duper fancy, just starting to build this jaw. And here comes the step 6. It's like the same on every one of these sets. This is where step 6 is where we put together the light brick. So I need a regular plate. So these snap bricks. Ooh, I did that wrong. I wasn't paying attention. It was on top of that. Go. I gotta examine this one. Oh, these are okay. So I don't know if I've been paying super close attention on these bricks. This is just a regular snap brick. I thought it was a headlight brick, but it's not. It is not a headlight brick, which would have thrown the math off on this. the bottom next to that. All right. And then we take a 2 top here. Let's go back there. All right. Same kind of model. Got a light brick in the back that's going to shine forward and illuminate that. Step 7. Now build the other side of what I presume is the jaw here. It's on top. So now it's symmetrical. Yeah, and as far as color, like that's looking light brown to you guys, it's the regular reddish brown color. Maybe it's a little darker than reddish brown. That's potentially, yeah, maybe that's closer to the old brown. These 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like we're just gonna this. One regular 1x2 brick. Here. Looks like we have to line this stuff up, like so. Right. Looks like old brown on the screen. Yeah. I mean, it seems plausible. Again, the lighting that I have here is never great. I'd have to crank up this light, which would probably wash stuff out. So I don't want to do that. And I'm missing. There it is. These 4 slopes. Does this go kitty corner, I guess? What? Here. Goes in the center underneath. So they have this kind of looking twisted for some reason. Not these, though. Best I can tell by the image. Oh, no, I got that the right way. So yeah, it's like these are squared and this one's crooked. Pieces. Go. Something light. Sure I can. God, I might even have to turn this up brighter. I don't know that it really matters, but it's 1. We'll put the 1x2 on the crack. Let's go. Just go next to it. Probably makes the most sense. And I think now we're putting this on the opposite side. Now when we flip it over, it's going to take shape. Two square plates. Slope. This goes here. This goes here. Goes on top of this. This clip faces this way. Little kind of greebles on here. Nothing quite to write home about. A lot of small work on this one that wasn't on the others. 2, 3, 4. This way. This goes on top. I think we're making a jaw, a lower jaw. That's my guess. That was step 13. What do you know? Another slope. And another big slope, another G slope, another big slope. And a plate. Line this up correctly. I'm kind of wondering if I'm doing this correctly. I gotta go back and no, that is correct. I was kind of wondering based on how they told me to put this together if I was putting it together wrong. Let's go like that. Keep that on the other side. That makes sense. Almost like a sled. And I have to put a couple of these on the top now. So figure out this orientation. This goes here. This is that way. So now I can't say I've come across many of these in brown, flames in brown. And this does have the little pin. This has a single pin. I think the Lego part has 2 pins, but this does have a pin. That's different. Like a leaf. I'm working on the head. Okay. We got one of those. We need a 1 by brick and then another sheet slope. Oh, this is the top. Yes, these are leaves. This is making sense. Am I supposed to hold this in there? Are you telling me that I have to just kind of wedge it in there? There's no way this part would actually hold. What's going on? Let me double check this. There's no way I can. What do you want me to do there? Put it at an angle? Okay, so Lego purist, you don't want to look at this. That is that's a clip that is not really clipped in. Based on what they showed me, which they kind of showed at an angle. So I'm just following suit. Don't shoot the messenger, please. Please don't drop out of my stream over that. I'm just following instructions. I learned it from watching you. I learned it from watching you. You're old enough, you're old enough to know. All right, step 17 done. What's that part? That was a. Who are those? slopes. Lego designers do some other things too. Yeah, but there's a police squad out to get them, right? So they know they're playing with fire. These guys, they're just wild. They're just wilding on it. Like, F that, man. I'm putting that thing in there crooked. Boom. So I'm gonna. Why do I have a second? Oh, do they stack? Okay, I didn't notice that. They stack. Step, we get our singular white snut plate. Now we get a wedge plate, which I gotta make sure I have the right one. Oh, there's only a single wedge plate. One of these sets where there's no symmetrical parts. That makes it easy. This goes here, I guess, and this goes on top. This faces the other way, and these two go on top here. This goes on there. Okay. Little hokey design there, a little snot work. This plate just kind of goes on the front of that. It works. It works. They put pieces in that are sitting. They're held in place by other parts without any actual connection. Well, then there's also just the bottom of the planters, right? Like the bonsai tree just had all the studs dumped into the bottom, and the ship in a bottle did that. So this, now I have to figure out how to hold this. So, make sure I have this. Oh, did I jump the gun on something? Give me a second. Go back. Oh, look at that. There's a gap. What did I do here? I put this in the wrong orientation? That's what I did. Okay. I just put some stuff in the wrong orientation. Give me a second to figure this out. Okay, so that's like that. Okay. Yep. So these are put these in the wrong orientation. Okay. That's going to be a little bit sturdier for sure. All right. Okay. Okay. Now it looks a lot more solid. I was so confused. There's a gap in there. This gap was there. So confused. Okay. We fixed it. Now when I flip this over, now this looks like the diagram. I just got to figure out how to hold this. This just goes in here like this. All right, there we go. Perfect. Perfect. And like all the others, there's a big hollow space. All right. I have some plates to put on. We get some tiles and some plates. And guess what? There is no lip. There's no little tiny notch on these tiles. So they're on for the rest of eternity. I know that in one of the sets, I think it was this one, there were some 1x2 tiles, but I thought I had noticed that they had a little notch. But these big boys, there is, I mean, It might be like the mole is insufficiently straight, but yeah, there's no little tiny notch. So good luck getting those off. Okay, this goes right here. This goes right here. Still doing stuff upside down. Okay. 1, 2. Do this on the correct side, I guess. That. Oops, this is going to flex. There's some snot work here. We're inverting some stuff here. So that's now upside down. Good on them for knowing how to do that. And now we connect these pieces somehow. Let's see if I can figure this out. What goes on what here? I guess. Yep, I guess that'll be square, right? Yeah, it looks like it's supposed to be squared off. Okay. There we go. Rawr. All right, so now we have to build, I'm guessing, some arms or hands or whatever they are. And I get to try and solve the puzzle of how these things are going to specifically connect. Do that twice. Dare I orient them differently than in the picture? No, because then I'll never forgive myself. So some clippy parts to make some fingers, I believe. And there's an extra one of these. Where does that go? That goes underneath here. So now we do this. So this side of this one, and it will sit on top of that. Just coming along here. Now we get some of these toe ball connections. I don't know what they're properly called. Ball and socket. A plate on top, and then we put a plate with a bar on the end of it. And that faces this way. Okay. Now that connects in here. It's going to fall apart when I push this together, isn't it? No, did not. There is a hand. And now they want me to connect that right here. Look at that. Not bad. At least I think that's correct. Certainly looks a little strange the way that the hand hangs down, but I want to see some more pictures before I assume that that is correct. So yeah, generally coming together nicely. Now I guess we're going to build the other one. Let's see if I can do this. I want this to go like so. Those. Put them on. What about this underneath here? Goes on this side now. Parts. How do I connect this again? This goes on top, and then this points towards the ball end. Okay. A little bit of trouble getting those together, but not bad. And now it's here. Over here. Just without breaking it. It is kind of delicate. So push too hard. There we go. There we go. And that is supposedly the end. Now, what do we have here? You get one extra branch. I have 4 extra slopes. I get an extra clip, an extra couple plates. So I guess with this, you could put this on top or something somewhere. But it's fine the way it is. It's fine the way it is. What I'm noticing is I think, yeah, this has got to be the wrong orientation. I think I need to move. Yeah, this needs to move up. I kind of wondered about that. Let me see if I can compare the picture. Mental, welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in. How are you? As you can see, we are working on some off-brand bricks here. How you doing? Welcome in, Greasy Fro. Good to see you. Thank you so much for the raid. What else did you find in all of your orders? I don't want to assume that you did anything else, but let us know. He was going through some orders that he had, kind of sorting them, unboxing them, showing them off, going over the stuff that he had, which I'm guessing he's putting into his store, which will be available soon. Bricks Mental, is that fair to say? Dude, that baseball cap was. Thank you. Thank you. Ads just kicked in. If I had seen that beforehand, I would have stopped it. I did not. So we're just chatting here for a minute. Yep. So we are working on these off-brand bricks. I was inspired by Lightning Builder, who's in chat, at least as of a few minutes ago. Because he was building them on stream, and I said, those look pretty cool. So I went ahead and I bought them. So I think that the ads are over now. Lego has a similar one on offer as a VIP board, but mine is much better. Are you sure that mine is better, or could mine be actually from Lego? Huh? What do you think? This actually came from Lego. Yeah. you found some nice stuff and also got some sealed Series 1 collectible minifigures. Ah, yeah, so this hat came from Lego. They did this 6 months ago ish. This was up in the store. Yeah, you could have bought this with your VIP points. There's probably 49,000 VIP points for it, but yeah, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna regret it if I don't buy this hat. So I bought it. And for sure it was expensive. Not as expensive as the new hats that are out that take patches or whatever it is. That one's really expensive. I don't think I would spend money. But you know what's good about that one, Greasy Fro, is there's a Blacktron patch that you can put on that. But it's pricey. It's definitely pricey as far as points go. Then you built 2 bags of Snick Mountain. Are you? What? You don't? Yeah. Go check it out. They won't take your money, but they'll take all your VIP points, Greasy Fro. So if you got the VIP points for it, and this is assuming it's still available. This was a month ago. I remembered seeing it, maybe 2 months ago. It was right when I was getting back into Twitch. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Go and take a look on the VIP now, see if it's still out there. And if it's not, I'd advise that you go on the hunt for eBay sales or something. Well, yeah, and so it's pre-worn, like they scuff it up for you and stuff like that. So, yeah. So welcome in. Did I use a chainsaw while wearing it? No, I did not. But I did have to drive 400 miles in my Ford pickup truck while drinking beer in order to pick it up. So fell in the sandpaper. Yeah, I mean that's the style. If you've seen me wear my Yankee hat, it has the same exact type of scuffage. Yeah, and that one actually has more weathering on the whole thing. Like they actually pre-weathered the material. This is just a solid color, other than this little scuff mark that they do into it. So yeah, let's get back into the builds here. So we literally just before you rated in, literally just finished this build, and I realized that I had made a mistake that I have to correct right now. With so that goes there. And that means that this probably should line up. Yes, there we go. Not sure if I did this correct, but now I can actually use it. So now you can kind of see the nose sticks out just a little bit. Redneck VR gamer, exactly. And I catcalled 50 women. You never make mistakes while building. Yeah, in the pictures, like again, the pictures are pretty small, and it's also brown with black lines, so I don't have the lighting turned up super bright. So it's just been a little hard to figure out exactly some of the ornamentation of the parts. And even in some of the final pictures, I can't exactly tell just because it's all brown and black. On the front cover, you can clearly see that the nose sticks out. So that's what I did. I made a match. And the piece de resistance of these pieces, of these builds, this one, not quite as impressive. It's maybe a little too open. Let me do this. See if it'll. Whoops. This one. Yeah. Yeah, that is the and you should know that the formal name for this is the demon. The demon. Not a tree demon. It's a demon. You have to ask that greasy frog, does this look like legit Lego to you? So, Enigma Gal, welcome in. How are you? And I hope I haven't missed anyone. Just so you know, I am multi-streaming onto YouTube and Twitch. Twitch had updated their policy that permits it now. A lot of people did multi-stream before, but it was technically against terms of service. Now you're permitted to. What you're not allowed to do is to have a single chat that has all providers in it. Twitch doesn't want you to mess with their own chat, so they only want it to be Twitch chat. Yeah, and so there is the lights, and guess what we're going to show off? We're going to show off all of these. We're going to show off all of these. I don't know if I can really balance all these, but we're going to try. Skull. Hey, I didn't get who are you saying is the employee of the month? I'm sorry. Is it me? I'm confused. A nice skull there. And then this last one, the Scythe Ghost. Again, I feel really awkward saying that, so please correct me if I'm saying the wrong pronunciation of that. Scythe Ghost. Because he has the sickle or scythe or whatever. And how you doing, Scotty? So there we go. There is all four of these. I probably have to do something like this. Which one is the best? Which one is the best, Matt? What do you think? Scotty Rotten is always employee of the month. Gotcha. Been prepping a surprise, though you're stressed and need desserts. Well, definitely enjoy your desserts. Building some mega blocks, and some of those parts would be handy for mock building. Yeah, I've definitely picked up my share of mega construct parts, both from sets that I purchased, like the dragon, the Game of Thrones dragon, as well as another Game of Thrones, like a couple sets. I actually bought the throne, but I also had like Jon Snow on the wall. But because I did buy a bunch of bulk lots at the beginning of the year, there's a bunch of bulk in there. And there were some of the more interesting parts. Not some of the ones I really wanted to have spares of, which would be the double-sided plates. Those are ones I really want to just get a bunch of spares of. It was just more, a weird shaped slope or something like that. So, skull and trees. So you like the skull and you like the tree, huh? I think I like the Scythe Ghost, but the tree is definitely a close second. I think it's really cool looking, and I think this set for these guys cost I think $23, $22 or $23, which might sound high for brickheads, especially being off-brand brickheads. But you do have to account for the fact that each one of them includes a light brick. So that's, the light brick's a few bucks, right? So given that, I think the value is appropriate. And the quality of the bricks, no issues. It feels a lot like Lego. It's a little shiny, of course, like many off brands tend to be very shiny, but at least for the flat surfaces of the bricks and plates and that sort of thing. But generally, it's no complaints about the quality. As far as the model design, yes, like they're not super well connected, and they definitely tried to slim down what they connected and so forth, but it's not horrible. The backside tends to be open on all of them, and I tend to break this all the time. Second. Yeah, I'm just going to keep on breaking this guy. The backs are open, and I think the skull looks the worst for it. It's very incomplete. Like he doesn't even have a top to the skull. Just kind of. But they look good from the front, right? They look good from the front. This one is oddly fairly complete, right? You pretty much almost show this at any angle without issue. And then this one again has some gaps in the back, but at least the top of it's complete, right? So it's the skull that is notably incomplete, and that kind of irks me a little bit that they didn't make it more of a skull in the back. So, what's running the LEDs? Well, it's just a light brick. It's just your typical light brick. So there might be some micro code in there that tells them, more than. And this is a good point. Like this is not your typical light brick, right? Because it's not just one solid color. And what you do is and I don't know anything about the Lego light bricks because I think I've owned one of them, and I know that you can push it down temporarily, but I don't know if you could twist it. So what you do is you put in a Technic connector thing, whatever these guys are called again, and you insert it into the hole, and then you twist it one direction or the other, and it locks it open so that the light just runs. Bricks Panel, you have a good night. Thank you so much for the raid. And I'm sure I will catch you streaming again. It was good to see you. So yeah, the multicolor LED thing, I'm sure it's like microcode inside the light brick that controls how it changes. It just seems like they're all probably the same, right? You just need to have it change color. What else? And yeah, I missed Bricks Metal saying that he's off to bed. Streamed much longer than planned. It's 2:30 already. Yeah, and I had been chatting with Echo earlier. It was super late for him, so yeah, I totally get it. You guys are up way too late. And Greasy Fro as well, but I don't know. You're apparently a night owl right now. So, but yeah, these are a lot of fun. Some questionable techniques, but in other cases, I was impressed with what they did. And these are small enough that, I can stash them anywhere. But yeah, here I go, breaking stuff. This one clip is, it's not the best clip. I must admit. It's not the best clip. So let me get this lined up. Goes on that way. This goes on here. There we go. That clipped. Let's be gentle with it. Yeah, Echo was on at the beginning. Is everyone going to bed? You're here. Lightning's here. Yeah, yeah. So what am I going to do now? It's 8:30. I don't know that I'm going to stream much longer. I am going to potentially be doing one of my bigger rides of the season tomorrow. So I got to figure out what I'm doing for that. If I'm going to have a huge ride or if I'm just going to have a kind of big ride. So I don't want to be going too much longer here. Mountain biking. And so yeah, so that'll be tomorrow. So I don't plan on streaming tomorrow because I'll be too tired after biking. And then Sunday, I have to figure out what I'm going to do Sunday, assuming that everything's good. Yeah, it's good to see you, Greasy Fro. Definitely, I know what you mean about work sucking. Sunday, I'm either going to do this or I'm going to do a spoopy game. I won a game. It seems kind of spoopy. I just don't know if it would be entertaining enough. I need to spend a few minutes, probably tomorrow, to figure out if it's interesting enough to stream. So I could be doing a gaming stream, or I mean, I'm doing a stream on Sunday. I think that's the plan. It's just a question of, is it a gaming stream, or is it going to be building this? And obviously, this is not a huge build. This will be, a kind of short stream. And so maybe, hypothetically, I could do the game and this. We'll have to see. But I think that would cap off all of my spoopiness for the year. So that's the plan. Hope you guys got to enjoy a little bit of my stream here. Hope you all heard about me saying that multi-streaming is available to anyone. You just can't, use third-party tools to integrate different vendors' stuff like into a single chat. That is against their terms of service. But again, many people have been multi-streaming for many years and have not been banned or anything like that. So Greasy Fro, you head to bed. Have a good one. Take care. I'm going to find someone to raid into, and we'll end it there. So bear with me. I'm gonna disappear to my goodbye screen, and I will get the raid going in just a minute. I will at the same time try and drop a message in to who I'm going to raid into at the same time. So if you get dropped, it'll be in my chat. So bear with me. And if anyone happens to be watching over on YouTube, if you want to continue the fun with the crew here, come on over to Twitch, and you can follow along to our raid targets, which will not be streamed on my channel, but you can definitely come follow them. I will include their name into the chat, so there should be a link for anyone to follow over onto Twitch. First time I had to think about inviting YouTube people in. And obviously, if you were on Twitch and just can't stand Twitch anymore and all the shenanigans that go on, you will now be able to watch me from the solitude of YouTube. So I do plan on streaming all of my streams going forward on both YouTube and Twitch. So that will be available, unless I have a technical issue or something. So that said, I will see you guys later. Take care and have a good night. Be good to each other. And we're finding a raid target now, so bear with me. Take care. And Lightning Builder was watching Build. Thank you so much for all those views. I do appreciate it. You're all appreciated, guys. Thank you. Adios.